This tutorial is going to show you how to download an IPython notebook from D2L, unzip it to see the notebook, and then upload it again to Wakari, and a little bit about how to use Wakari. So to begin with, we go to the Content tab, and then we're going to scroll down until we see the assignments, and we're going to click on Assignment 2. And this is going to download a zip file with Assignment 2. I'm using Firefox now because I'm going to use Chrome for Wakari. But for the most part, it's the same idea. You download it. It's now in a folder. We can open the folder to see what folder it's in. And the folder that this is located in is Downloads, and I have it opened over here on the right. Now, what we've downloaded is actually a zip file. So let's right-click on that and hit Extract All, and extract, and there's only one thing, and that's the IPython notebook, and that's the thing that we're going to upload to Wakari. Now, we need to go to Wakari, and that's the same place we did the request beta access. So you go www.wakari.io, and then once you get there, you're going to log in with your username and password. Remember your password. We'll need it. And then when you get into IPython in Wakari, you're going to see three panes. So the middle is the editor window for editing Python files. On the far left, the set of tabs for help, plots if you have any. There's also files that are in your folders and data that you can use in Python. On the far right are terminals. This is an IPython terminal. We're going to close it because we want to use the notebook. And here's what the IPython notebook actually looks like. Now, if you don't see this, then you probably should go up and do the drop down and choose IPython notebook and then click on Go. And this will pop up. Now, it may ask you for your Wakari username before you can see this listing. So remember that username. You may have to put it in to first unlock the notebook. Now, this is a listing of all the notebooks we have uploaded so far. It's very probable that you don't have any there. Let's close these other two so we can just look at the terminal. And we did that by clicking on these buttons up above. Now, in all likelihood, all you see is notebook is empty. So maybe one line, and so there's nothing there yet. So we go over to where we downloaded, and we're going to take the IPython notebook.ipynb, and we're going to upload that to Wakari. To do so, you simply click and drag onto the IPython notebook listing of the available notebooks. Now remember, this is essentially a server, so once you've done that, you upload, and once you've uploaded, it turns into a link, and there is actually the notebook. So if we click on the link, we see the notebook. Now, several things to remember. Perhaps most important is if you look up in the far left, there's a button called Save. So that's the save icon. You'll want to click it very often. You'll notice every time you do, it says Notebook Saved, and there's a date for when you actually saved it. Now, the other thing is that this being a beta, you may need to sometimes hit refresh, and it will just take you back to your original screen. You can click on the X, close the terminal, click on the links up above to get rid of the other two sidebars for now. And there is our notebook. And we're back where we were just a second ago. And once you're in the notebook, you're going to see that there are cells. And in order to execute a cell, you put your cursor inside the cell, the gray area, and Then you hit Shift Enter. That means you hold the Shift key down and then press the Enter key while holding the Shift key down. So we'll call that Shift Enter. And once you do that, then Python actually executes whatever commands are in the gray cell. The other thing you're going to see is that there are text and explanations surrounding the cells, and those are to explain to you what's going on. If you double click on that, you can actually edit it. For instance, notice how I've got bind the integer 1 to the name A, and I want that to be to the name X. So I double click on that, and I can change the A. See, it's X equals 4. I can change the A to an X. And then I Shift Enter on that non-Python cell, and it changes it. Now you're going to see lots of other things. In particular, you'll see lots of explanation images and even YouTube videos, among other things, that explain how to actually do things inside of those cells.